in your band Sleeping Seasons?
For about 4.5 years.
Okay. And what genre of music did you classify yourself as?
We classified as pop punk.
Alright. And what instrument did you play with Everyday?
I was the drummer.
When did you start playing the drums?
Probably about when I was 7 years old.
And why did you choose to play the drums? What inspired you to do that?
So, my brother was in the Navy, and whenever he was in the Navy, his buddy gave him a set of drums. And he came home on leave, and he started playing them, and he was very good at the drums. And this was, like I said, 7 years old, and I wanted to be like my brother because he was in the Navy. He could do everything.
Yeah.
And so I picked up drums because of him.
All right, awesome. That's really cool. Are there any musicians that you look up to as a fellow musician?
Yes, the biggest one I look up to is Neil Peart from Rush. Dude is so meticulous in his drumming, and he'll go from one beat to the other just so quick, and it's so smooth. And every day I try to outperform Neil, but it will never happen.
What was your favorite venue you played at with the band? Or you can name more than one.
So, since I can't name one, the two best venues there was one in Nashville, Tennessee called Rocket Town, and it didn't have a huge room, but everybody that was there was just so close, and it was such an intimate setting. It was super just confined, and people were actually listening, and the sound was great, and that's one of my favorites. But probably my all-time favorite was in Memphis, Tennessee, where I grew up, and we had our second home, as we called it. It was called the New Daisy Theater, and that's where we opened for our first big band, and that's where we dropped our first album together.
Okay. What was
And-
the first big band that you opened for there?
Oh no, what's their name? Oh no, that's not them. Yeah, it is. It's the Star Killers. That was them. It was a local Memphis band that had just hit the scene too.
Okay. And while you were performing, 'cause you were in the band for 4.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of people did you meet after shows, and what kind of fans did the pop punk genre attract?
So I met a many number of people. Ones that gave us support, ones that told us that we were complete trash. You know, it's just the music scene comes with a lot of different characters.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that we love to keep around in our life are the ones that always gave us encouragement, that could teach us something new. And
Yeah.
usually all the bands that we played with always went on tour with us. So it was like a little family in Memphis that we had. But the people that encourage us the most are the ones that we love to meet.
Why did you guys want to start a band in the first place?
So my overall goal in the music was to have a group of people that I enjoyed playing with, and that I could see myself enjoy, playing music with from 7 years old to whenever I died.
Yeah.
And whenever I found my lead guitarist CJ, we had the same vision on what we wanted to do with the band, and that was the overall goal of our band, was was never to get big. It was to just have a great time playing music. And then getting big and writing an album was just a perk.
So the band's goal was never to really get big and famous. So would you say that your goal as a band was to like release albums and just provide people with music that they enjoyed and that you were passionate about?
Well, yeah, and going back to CJ, mine and his philosophy on music was something that it was a tool that could bring people out of the the darkest depths of their life.
Yeah.
And so that was our biggest thing with our music, is we wanted to help people.
Would you say your goals were really aligned with the band's, or did you have any personal goals that differed?
We had a few people that wanted to get big and just that's what they were in for. And they were great people, but they didn't fit the band's, like they didn't fit us.
Yeah.
And so we eventually found the people that it fit us, and we just became a tight-knit family.
And would you ever consider getting back into the music scene with the band?
It's crossed my mind every now and then. I'd love to play music again. Not for the enjoyment of getting big and releasing albums. Yeah, that was fun, but if I could just find the people that I love playing with again, that would definitely be a huge perk.
And finally, what was your favorite thing about the music you performed and about the pop punk genre in general?
So, the music that we performed, the reason why I loved it so much, and I still love it today, is it was real. It meant something. Me, CJ, and our bassist Jared, we lived so many different we lived different lives. Jared was in the Air Force. Was going into the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
CJ, all he wanted to do was band, and I worked at FedEx. Mm-hmm. We all lived different lives. We've seen different things, and so we wrote about it. And all of our songs are something that has happened to us, or that we have felt in the past. And our music is just so real. That's what I love about it. And the pop punk genre was not my biggest. It was not my favorite genre, but I came to like it because of all the stuff that you could do in it.
Yeah.
Pop punk is very. It flows different. You have different variety in pop punk.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want in pop punk, and it would still make sense somehow.